Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your fortnightly pick a card reading. So for those who don't know, I'll have 4 choices for you. Just feel what you're drawn to. It might be the image on the card or a little token that I use. Okay, I hope you enjoy the reading, and if you do, please give me a like and share with others. Everybody, here are your choices. Flamingo spirit with the, what is it, a hatchet. Rhino spirit with a car. Dragonfly spirit with a wheel. And Wombat spirit with this little bell. So you can take a moment and make your choice. Take your time and make your choice. Welcome back, Group 1. You chose Flamingo Spirit, and it says embrace the in-between. And your little object here is a hatchet. And your numbers 2 plus 6, which is 8, I think, well, which would talk about trying to find balance, and maybe that's what you're about. And if you look at this hatchet, it has 2 equal sides. So some of you, I'm sure there are Geminis and Libras watching this reading, but there's something about trying to find balance. I think that is your issue, but let's see what the cards say. Let's see how that fits in with the rest of the reading. And the dragon is smoking. Which is kind of a card of balance, right? The strength card. Another card about finding balance. That's very nice. Okay. Wow. The card of balance, the Temperance card, card of Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio is what I see, and Taurus. So let us see. So beneath your deck is the Temperance card, which tells me you are, well, you probably are in this in-between state, and your advice and maybe your demeanor or attitude is about acceptance. But let's see what the cards say, because with the Temperance here, it seems to me that you have been working on this issue of balance, Group 1. You have the Strength card in the center, and it would suggest that you are battling with something. I think you're battling with an action, or how to deal with something, how to take something forward. It's almost like this. Should I be soft and gentle, or should I be aggressive in this thing? And neither of them is right or wrong, right? But I think that you are trying to find that answer in a sense, because you also get the 2 of Swords. It's like you are two-minded about something. And we'll see as the reading unfolds what the advice is. Well, you do get the Sun card here, and we'll see what comes with the Sun card. What you are leaving behind is this Page of Swords. For some of you, you've started a field of study or something to do with the intellect. Some of you might have finished a research project, a course of study, And some of you are letting that go, letting go. You might have chosen one field of study or work, and now you are letting that go, and you are in this in between stage before you make another choice. And some of you might even be questioning that decision to let that go. Like you're wondering, what's the next step, or should I, shouldn't I? There's a lot of indecision in this reading. Well, not a lot. I feel like you are grappling with it. It's not a lot. You know that you are in this in-between state, and you might be grappling with the decision, but it's not a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. With what you need to think about, you get the Five of Wands, and I feel, well, this is a card that can speak about competition, trying to reach the top, trying to reach this fire. It's a card of a lot of movement, but it can suggest that there's competition around you, or you perceiving there to be competition around you, you know? It's like, well, the Five of Wands can sometimes speak about that playful competition. But it comes, this is also a 5. This is the card of the Hierophant. So you might even be relating to a Taurus or this earth energy. And I feel like part of your indecision might be related to something to do with conventional or unconventional approach. Something to do with, should I go the normal route, the conventional? And that conventional thing can be this choice of study that you had made and that you're moving away from. Study or research or job, or even could be a relationship. Beneath the deck, you get the 7 of Coins, which talks about being patient. This is in the unconscious. I think that your unconscious lesson here is about patience, dear hearts. You know, temperance is about patience. Embracing the in-between is about patience. Finding balance in this time of indecision. Because you are going through this rebirth, there's something quite a new beginning coming to you, or you are in this phase of a new beginning. Like, I think for some of you, you're waiting for an offer, and others of you, I believe, have received an offer, and maybe that's what's causing this two-mindedness. Around you is the 2 of Cups, which would suggest that this offer that's being made is quite, it's one that would make you feel balanced. It's like, whether it's a love offer, if it's a love offer, it's talking about soulmates, like a really soulmate kind of love around you. It's beautiful. And even if it's work or studies or whatever, it suggests something really good. In the near future, you will make a decision. I think you will allow something to die. There's definitely an ending of something. And the reason I feel studies or research, or it's something to do with the mind, is because of these swords here. Swords and swords. I mean, I know there are only 2, but they did jump out at me. And then if I think about this would make me think of swords as well, like a cutting out of something, or a mind kind of thing, you know. Yeah. And then your advice is the Sun. The advice is about focusing on joyful things. I feel like there's, if you look at the flamingo, even the flamingo's got a happy air about it. It's like colorful. And even if you think about the flamingo on its one leg, it's like it finds balance even on that one leg, right? Wow, such an interesting reading. But there's this need to look at the joyful part of things instead of the negative. I don't see anything negative in your reading, I feel. Or, you know, there might be this competition, and it would be different for each of you. We'll see as we go deeper with the second round, right? Just for those who don't know the way I read, I I start with one set of cards and then we go deeper with the second set of cards. But there's this death ending, a profound ending, a real ending, a deep ending, a very obvious ending. It's not something that you will, it's not something you would question. You know that there's an ending. But your advice is to keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on joy. Let yourself be directed towards joy. So if your choice is between a past and a present thing, I feel like the present thing is this offer of joy, is an offer of joy. It's a joyful offer. There's something really beautiful coming to you. And then in your outcome, you have the Hierophant. And, I think that for some of you, you are walking away from a marriage or have done, and maybe you are ending that completely. It's kind of complete ending. It's like a contractual ending maybe. Or you're leaving a home, or you're leaving some comfort zone. That's about convention. In other words, convention can also even mean something that you're comfortable with, something that you're used to, But let's see with the clarifiers. You have beneath the deck the 9 of coins, which is yes. So for me, whenever you're moving away from something that might have made you feel bound, I guess, to something that makes you feel free. This card is the card of independence, financial independence, whatever independence. Now, you also have the 2 of Cups here. You could be moving from a relationship that made you feel stuck to one that's allows you freedom, or that gives you a sense of freedom within, but whatever you're moving towards, you will have this feeling of freedom. It's kind of like whatever you've let go of, this course of study, this something that you were really engaged with, something that challenged you, challenged your mind. It is time. I think it's kind of saying leave it with no regrets, because you learned so much from it. You don't have to have regrets. For me, if something's meant to come back, it will come back, although, I don't, what can I say? I feel like it doesn't mean there's still a chance it could come back if that's the right thing, kind of thing. Clarifying the Strength card, you get the 4 of Swords. I think your guidance here, if you are struggling about how to broach a subject, or because for each of you this will be different. Some of you have moved on, some of you still need to deal with something, but for each of you I feel there's some approach that you are conflicted about, how to do something, and if that's, or how to do something, or which choice to make. Now, if it's the how to do something, I think that your approach is meant to be kind of detached, calm, that you are, what will be helpful in the situation is a calm approach, a detached approach. Just want to think about it. Yeah, your strength lies in a calm approach, like not meek, but calm. And I think that will help you kind of unchain yourself from, it feels to me like you're still chained to this past. Some of you are, even though there's a part of you that's accepted it's time to move on. Moving on to something that's more balanced and steady and stable. Something that is an equal give and take. Yeah. So maybe that thing in the past, even though you might have been in a collaboration of some sort, a lovership or whatever, it might not have been an equal give and take. With the Five of Wands here, what you need to think about, you get the Two of Wands, and there's the books again, even though it's a different deck. You have this book thing. So I feel like for many of you, this might be research, to deal with research or information or studies, you know. It could be that you are competing for a job or a research post or something to do with words, with books or with the intellect, you know. And that's Wands, and that's Wands. This, just give me a moment, because I'm finding this quite, there are lots of things coming to me, you know, and I want to, You know what I'm getting here? I think that you need to have an acceptance that everyone in this process, whoever's involved, is at their own stage, you know. Everyone's going to reach there, but they will reach it differently. This one's swinging from the beams, might go this way and bounce off from there kind of thing. This one's near there already, but they've gone through a whole process of their own. This one might do a detour because they've got things to learn. This one might even pull this one back because, you know, they might even get this, even though that one seems to be going to get it. So just see what that, which aspect of that resonates for you, and make your own up, but what feels right in your heart. You know what I mean? It's like the one thing that I'm getting is that everyone's on their own path. Everyone's on their own path. The other thing that I'm getting here is that, well, firstly, I'm feeling there's a partnership, a pairing of two. Maybe you are going into partnership with someone, and each of these people or entities provides an equal, there's something about this equal thing that you need to think about. Maybe if there are two choices, that's balance. That's about grappling with trying to find balance. The Strength card is also about that. The Four of Swords is about retreating so that you find that balance. The Temperance card is about balance. Two of Cups is about balance. The Two of Wands, while generally not about balance necessarily, in this, that's what it shows. It's so much about balance, you know. So there is a lot in your reading about balance, about grappling with balance. But I feel you're moving towards that in whatever way. There's also a question here about partnership. I feel like you are moving away. Well, there's two things. It looks like you're moving towards independence. It looks like you're moving towards independence, group one, and yet also towards partnership. And that's the contradiction, right? That certain partnerships can give us independence, can give us a sense of freedom more than others. And I do think that for many this is work or studies that involve an other. I don't think it's many people. I think it's an other. But the partners are equal. And if not, that is your guiding light, is what makes you feel like an equal in a partnership. that will be the thing that helps you make a choice. With the Seven of Cups, you get the Seven of Coins, you get the King of Cups. And it might be that you're dealing with a water sign. You might be a water sign. But I feel like the message here is be patient with yourself. As you navigate this, you might feel quite emotional as you navigate whatever this transformation is. It's a big transformation. It's a new beginning. So be patient with yourself as you do that. Especially be patient with the emotions that come up. As emotions come up, just accept them. They're part of your process, part of your journey, you know. You have, with the Ace of Wands, you get the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about victory. So this new beginning for you seems to be really victorious. This is quite a powerful reading in the sense that it suggests something, you're moving towards something that's really good for you, something that does bring about balance, something that brings about independence and partnership. And around you, you get, with the Two of Cups, you get the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that doesn't serve you. And I think that you are walking away from partnerships that might feel competitive towards partnerships that feel like partnerships, like an equal give and take. I think that's a big take home for you. I mean, if you are still torn at any stage, although I feel like you are finding your answers, because the advice I feel is to detach, so that you find your way. But if you are struggling with it, just feel what feels like partnership, what feels like an equal give and take, and allow yourself to let go of those that doesn't feel like. For some of you, I think you know what you're letting go of. You're very clear about that. And I think then the message is you trusting this new beginning. With the Death card, in the near future, you get the Seven of Wands. I feel like this is simply saying, embrace this ending. Embrace this ending. It feels like this ending is yours to have. It's kind of on your side. And then with the Sun card, you get the Eight of Wands. So I feel like earlier I spoke about if you are needing to communicate, and that's an eight, by the way, the Strength card is an 8. You were confused maybe about how to communicate, and I think that the Eight of Wands is about communication. I think that you need to look towards the Sun, even with your communications. They can be joyful. It doesn't have to be a fight, but you can be detached and joyful. Your detachment, in fact, allows for that joyful communication. It does not have to be antagonistic, you know. In your outcome, you get the Hierophant with the King of Coins. Now, the Hierophant does represent Taurus, which would be a King of Coins, or Pentacles, an Earth sign. This represents Earth. Now, this could represent you, but look at this. There's partnership in this this depiction of the King of Coins. So I feel like you are definitely moving away from something that felt unconventional, or felt conventional for you. Felt like you were in your comfort zone, but you're moving to something that's very steady and stable, but it feels like a really solid partnership. And it's a partnership that's solid, materially solid as well, like financially solid. But it does feel like something needs to end first. You know, some kind of conventional structure needs to be released first. Yeah, Group 1, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps you. Please share your feedback with me, and like and share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. I will chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, Group 2. You chose Rhino Spirit and this car. And if I'm thinking about the Chariot here, the car. And you have the 5, your number's 50, so which talks about change, and it says overcome any obstacles. So maybe you're going to find yourself moving quite swiftly forward on something that was maybe stuck before. But let's see what the other cards say. Wow, that came up as I was shuffling. Gosh. When the time is right, in front of you and I. Wow, lots of air energy here again, like with Group 1. Okay. Oh, and beneath the deck you get the 10 of Cups. Wow, so there's some potential for huge joy and happiness. Group 2, like you are moving towards that, but there does seem to be some obstacles, but I feel those obstacles are in the mind. Because if you look at your central cards, well, let's start with what you're leaving behind. I think you made a choice about something. You made a strong choice on something. You had possibilities available to you, and you made a decision. It could have been to walk away from something, but you chose a path, or you chose a person, or you chose a job. You, I feel, are feeling quite, I feel this represents you. You're feeling calm. You're embracing this energy of the King of Cups. So maybe there's a lot going on around you. You've got cups there, cups there, cups there. And even if it's joyful, it can make you feel out of kilter, but you are staying calm. It's possible that it's because you, either you are working on finding balance within. This King of Cups is shown in meditation, and almost like accepting their emotional side. Learning to be happy with emotions and accept them as part of life, But for some of you, there is a new partnership around you, and that's helping bring this sense of calm and peace, which is really beautiful. What you need to think about, let me not pick them up because I think you can see them, is the 8 of Wands, which is communication or action. We'll see when we clarify, but there's this issue of, well, we'll see. you know, you've got emotions here, and then you've got 2 cards of passion here. How you communicate is important. How you move forward. There's also in this a sense in this card of all things moving to one point. Can you see that? Like swift action towards one point, which brings us back to this car here. Now that card, the Rhino spirit speaks about remove any or overcome any obstacles. So I think the suggestion is you are, especially because you're ready to move forward swiftly now. The Chariot is also a number 7, so your making a decision has helped you move forward. But I feel you are still moving forward on whatever this is quite swiftly. Beneath the deck, you get the Queen of Wands. In your unconscious is the Queen of Wands. You're feeling very passionate about something. It's possible that there's a new beginning, and you are so there might be a fire sign and a water sign. You might be one of those relating to one of the others, right? But it could be that you are feeling within your way of being is coming to a place where you are more accepting of the emotional roller coaster that life can be, or that you've been going through. You are going within to handle these emotions, which might be caused by this new beginning that's on offer, the Queen of Wands is passionate, creative. Like here she's holding up her wand. It's almost like Eureka. She's creating magic, and it could be that that's what you're doing. You are starting something new. I feel maybe it's to do with communication. Maybe it's a new job that requires this swiftness. But there's, you know what I'm also getting a sense here is of this magic, because the 8 of Wands can also speak about making things manifest. Like you've put out your wishes, you've worked hard, and now you can see something coming to fruition. Or you had these fantasies, and now you are making them a reality, because the Queen of Wands acts. She is putting something into action, you know. But here there's a sense of magic about it, like your magic. You've created something. You've removed those obstacles that might have been in making a decision or choice. You have the Death card representing you, definitely this ending powerful. This is a card of Scorpio, Libra. Yeah, that's what I see, Scorpio and Libra. I do see a lot of air around you, especially here in this section. Wow, it's interesting. So there's no coin so far. We'll see when we clarify. But you've got emotions, you've got passion. And emotions again, Scorpio. Very, very deep emotions, deep transformation. And then you have this air, this detachment, these cards of detachment, which I see more as the future cards, and your advice card. So you've got 2 kings here, but I feel these represent you. At least if this is not another person, if you're not, part of a pairing, doesn't have to be love. This is your advice, though. Yeah. And then around you is this, if there are obstacles, I think they are in your mind. It could be that you've made a choice, you are moving on to something, but there's someone pulling you back, or some sense of obligation that could be pulling you back, but it's in the mind. Because there's definitely a new beginning energy here. New love, new project, new partnership, a new passion, a choice that you've made, to start something new, but you have to end something. And I think you're allowing this ending to happen. But there's something here that is pulling you back. And with this card of Libra in the reverse, justice, is it a sense of unfairness, or are you feeling a sense of responsibility, like heavy on your shoulders? Because there's some beautiful things, something beautiful happening here. Choice that's been made, moving towards a partnership, learning to feel comfortable with your emotions, ready to start something new, to put your passion into something, to move forward with passion. Within you have this two-mindedness, and I don't know why it feels to me like something or someone, some ideas or thoughts about right and wrong are holding you back, might hold you back from this transformation. No, the transformation is happening anyway, but it could be slowed down by if it's whatever's making you two-minded, is therein lies your lesson, right? And I feel it's something to do with your sense of fairness. But your advice is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is, look at these two kings, right? Really powerful. They're both in different kinds of meditation. They are sitting on their own and allowing themselves to go within. The King of Cups is being comfortable with their emotions, and this is almost the opposite. The King of Swords is comfortable with their mind. So there's a sense of needing detachment in order to be comfortable with your emotions. Your advice is definitely to trust your ability. Trust that your ability to make sound choices. Trust that the choice you made was sound. Trust in yourself. It's almost like you need to trust your intellect, your mind, your sharpness, your wisdom, even with the owl there. And then in your outcome, you have the Ten of Swords. So I feel it's a funny thing, right? There's a lot of joy, there's this new beginning energy, and it might be making you feel anxious. But with the King of Cups there, I feel like emotionally you are grounding yourself emotionally. But then you have these words or thoughts that get in your way, kind of thing. I feel like you're vacillating, even though deep down you've made a decision to move forward, and you are undergoing a huge transformation. And maybe that's also why you feel this vacillation. And I think that your big message is to trust this, whatever's happening, because there's definitely a new beginning with the Fool there. Oh, wow. Interesting, the Hierophant came out for group 1, 2. You have the Two of Cups in reverse. Interesting. There's ambivalence about partnership. Group 2, are you letting go of one partnership to move to another one? Here. Is that the thing that's making you feel torn? Yet you have made a decision. Yeah. You are feeling very... you might be, like I did say that the King of Cups is coming to the center. But it could be that I feel like you are generally coming to an emotional place of, wait, let me just think about this. So I think you made a decision. You made a choice. You had lots of options possibly. You made a choice. But that choice did make you feel a bit conflicted, maybe fearful. You know, with the moon there, it's because of the mystery, and that's understandable. But you have this king, this within you, you have this King of Cups energy, this person, this part of you that is comfortable with your emotions, that's willing to go into the depths, knowing that there is a comfort in that you've got this, you know, and that almost like I feel you are on the right path. I think even group 1 got this. Like the obstacles are in your mind, you know, and that's okay. It's kind of like it's the mind talk that is making you feel fearful. But trust that you really do have this. You really have this capacity to go within, and I think maybe it even could be advice. And maybe you've been doing it. I really feel you have been doing it, like going in and just engaging with your heart and allowing yourself to feel your emotions. If you're not doing that, that is the advice. But you definitely are on this path of a new beginning, dear hearts. And this new beginning is like the letting go, I feel, of one kind of partnership. Doesn't have to be love, but quite possibly, probably it is, because the cups, you know, to a new kind of partnership, one that is you are deserving of. With the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like to one that allows you to let down your burdens. With the 8 of Wands, you get Temperance, and wow, it's so similar to group 1s in so many ways. This is about balance. It's about harmony. Harmonious communication is what you need to think about. It's really lovely. Look at the magic again there with the unicorn. It's like making your dreams come true. I feel even though you might be fearful, group 2, you really have got this, and you have the right to believe in magic, in beauty, in bounty, in beautiful relationships, you know, or whatever it is that you are wanting to create magic with. You are in the process of doing it, you know, it feels like. With the Queen of Wands in your unconscious, you get the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups talks about nostalgia in the past, and maybe part of your journey is in letting go of the past, really letting go of the past, and allowing yourself to let go of the past, of something that hasn't worked, a partnership that was maybe imbalanced, gives you your freedom to create new magic, really. I just want to let you look at this card and see what you see in it. It's such an optimistic card, but look at it and see what you see in it. I'm going to take a photo, which is a reminder to me to put it in your reading, so you can work with this Queen of Wands and embrace that energy in whatever way feels right for you, you know. See what you see in it. I think that's really lovely. Your cards are the cards representing you. 9 of Wands, again, this death, this letting go again with the 9 of Wands in reverse, letting go of I think the message is to not cling to the past, group 2. I think you are really going through a huge transformation, and you're learning. I think your lesson from this transformation is about knowing what to let go of and what to take forward with you. I really feel you are moving to something that's really beautiful. You have this chance to do that. But then we get these around you. It's like this energy around you. I think this might be another person. Maybe this 2 of Cups, this relationship possibly that you've ended, or worship. Could be it's some kind of relationship that you've let go of that's still drawing you in. And that's a 5, and that's about overcoming any obstacles. This is your obstacle here. It's your mind talk, or it's a thing, entity, person around you. By entity, I'm not talking about evil, or by entity, I mean it could be an institution, a work, it could be a religion, it could be family, it could be anything. For each of you, this will be different. There's something pulling you, that's pulling you 2 ways. It could be this relationship from the past. It could be an old job which you've let go of, but it seems like there is this, not danger, but this danger in the sense of just, no, not danger like you being in danger, you know what I mean, of being pulled back into that. Because there's a mind game here being played. You think about that. I think if this is your reading, you'll know immediately. You get the Justice card in the near future, and it comes with the Knight of Coins. You might be questioning your having moved forward. You might be questioning, maybe you felt everything's happening too quickly. Maybe that's what your fear is. But I really feel you don't have to fear that. I feel this is such a powerful and positive reading. The only obstacles are your mind. So maybe that's a key lesson for you, is to focus on the mind games, maybe even the mind games you play that keep you trapped. Like, I can't do this now because it could be a sense of responsibility, a sense of fairness. It could be a sense of not feeling good enough. It's so many possibilities, But I feel like this sense of injustice here for you has been, maybe something happened really quickly. That coupled with this sense that things need to be fair. Your advice is King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, or the Page of Swords. I feel this is saying you have the key, you have the intellectual key, the mind key, to confront these mind games, whether they're yours that you play on yourself, or that someone, maybe even unintentionally, is playing on you, dear hearts. I feel like this is love, a lovership, a relationship, a marriage, or something, something close to your heart. Could be friendship, but it feels like more emotional, personal than anything else. It feels quite personal. But your advice is to trust in your ability to detach. But I feel also it is in going within. I think you've been doing a lot of emotional work on confronting your emotions and trying to be comfortable with them. And now you are being asked to do that same kind of work with your mind, like sitting with your mind and trying to observe the mind talk. Observing where even other people might play with your mind. And trust. So it's this, just observing the mind talk and then maybe writing about it with the communication. What are the things that you say? And simply observing them. And I feel in observing them, you become more in tune with yourself, group 2. You come to understand what makes you tick, and you start to see the games that others might play intentionally or unintentionally. And then your outcome is the Hierophant and the 10 of Swords. Wow, I feel like there's a huge ending. This is also another death card kind of thing. And I feel it might be in the death of some kind of institution, a family relationship, moving from one to another. There's a strong theme of that. Maybe you are going to, with the Justice card there, maybe you've ended a relationship, and but you haven't done the contractual ending, but it looks to me like that's what you are moving towards. But of course, group 2, it's all your choice. I feel like your key message is about watching the mind games. I feel like you are going through an emotional time, which you are kind of trying to flow with, and you're getting that right, but there's the mind talk, there's a huge transformation going on, but there is this thing that keeps drawing you back, and it's to do with justice, maybe to do with things moving too fast, or you feeling that things are moving too fast, but there's also this element of mind games that you need to confront and work with in the next 2 weeks. Group 2, that's it from me. I hope this has helped you. Please, won't you share your feedback, and won't you if you like this, if this resonated, and share with other like-minded souls. And I will chat with you again soon. I send you lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, Group 3. You've got a lovely number here. It's 22. Well, it looks to me like so far all the readings are about some kind of finding balance, in some way or the other, especially group 1s and now yours. You have 2, and it might be in partnerships. Truth transcends illusion. So I think that you are facing some kind of truth in the next 2 weeks, or dealing with something that has to do with truth. You have the wheel here, which tells me that you are dealing with a big change, maybe. Okay, let's see. Beneath the deck, you get the Knight of Coins. And this might be referring to being patient with your journey. There's no... you might be feeling impatient, actually, wanting to move forward quicker than maybe you feel like things are not going as quickly as you'd like them to go. Let me put that there. Near past, you made a decision as well. Everyone's been making big decisions, big choices, and you have started a new journey. You are clearly on the wheel there again, moving forward swiftly with balance. So Group 3, I think that you are on a very interesting journey. You've made a decision about something, and you've started moving forward on it. You have the Knight of Cups. It could be love, but whatever it is, it feels like it's something. Either you are made an offer that you feel very passionately about, and you've moved swiftly towards, or you made an offer and you're feeling quite centered about it. The thing about the Knight of Cups, though, is that it's quite new and it's a mystery right now. Whatever it is, we don't yet know if it will withstand the emotional depths, and then you get a Scorpio card here in the reverse. It could be that you're dealing with the Scorpio. That's the Death card in reverse. I'm going to get your clarifiers for those 3 now. I feel like you cut out things in order to move swiftly forward. I'm seeing an element of games around you. I'm not sure what that's about. let's see, and as I say that, you get the 5 of Swords in reverse with the, oh, Death again? Gosh. Okay. Group 1, Group 3, is there something that you, so the Knight of Cups is the amorous knight, playful knight. They are not, the emotions are not, haven't been tested yet. They like love, but they're not necessarily mature with their emotions. So this is either you or someone around you. And there's this element of head games being played. Yeah, and almost like, you know what I'm getting here? You've started on this new journey, Group 3. You're ready to move forward. And you know, I think about this truth transcends illusion. It's like games being played, and yet you are being encouraged to be truthful now. It feels to me, Group 3, like there's an element of having your cake and eating it. It's either you or a person around you. Not wanting to let go of something. It could be relationships. It's like a double dealing, double dipping thing. It's like you are trying to move forward on something but not willing to let go of something else. Even like moonlighting, you know, it could be something like that. It's almost like you want the best of both worlds, and I'm not judging that, but it could come back to bite you because I'm seeing a negative element here. You know, to me, what's important is that we live to our principles, you know, like if we are being true to ourselves, then we can handle whatever consequences because we know we were being true to ourselves. But there's an element of not being true to yourself here, dear Group 3, that you need to look at. And as I'm saying that with no judgment, right? Life is a journey of lessons and growth, and that's why you are here, kind of thing. So what is this? And if it's not you, who is it? You know, there's that kind of thing going on here. You need to think about the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands came up for Group 2 as well, but here. And there's like this ability to make something beautiful, something stable. You have that in your hands, this potential to make something happen. What is the magic you want to make happen? What is this thing that you want to enact? But, you know, the 4 of Coins in the unconscious can also speak about this sense of holding on to everything that's in your unconscious, unwillingness to let go of. It's almost like in order to reach the other shore, this dream that you're working towards, you have to let go of something, dear hearts. You have to let go of your foot on the other shore, right? So if one foot is on the shore or on the jetty or whatever, and the other is in the boat reaching towards this dream, what's going to happen? You're going to fall into the water. You're not going to be in your comfort zone or at the dream that you want to go towards. But there's healing happening. That's so beautiful. There's really this potential for some kind of dream to come true for you, Group 3. And around you, it's like it requires collaboration. And I feel, you know, if there's ever a card of genuineness, of honesty, I feel it's this 3 of Coins, because the 3 of Coins talks about collaboration, trusting. There's a need to trust to create this thing, right? Look at this 3 of Coins. It really is talking about this, suggesting this trust relationship. And so it reiterates what I was saying earlier about this need for openness and honesty. You know, you can't be in a partnership with people and not be, they are being honest and open and you aren't. It's something like that. And then here in the near future, you have the Seven of Swords. So there might be this temptation to keep this game going, you know. And yet your advice here is to let go of that. Look how similar these cards are in their coloring, right? There definitely seems to me to be a suggestion of letting go. And I really feel it's this, that you need to let go of. Let go of the games, the illusions. Maybe you are like the Knight of Cups. You are so used to playing. You're a charmer, maybe. It is possible, you know, with these readings, the people that show up could be the other or others in our lives. So read it that way. I'm seeing it as you, but it could be another. So just take it that way. There's a need to let go of that kind of game playing, whether that's the person or people or your attitude or your way of being or have that you've been. And there's this invitation of a new beginning with the Fool there. Like in the outcome, you will have this chance of a new beginning, to take a risk. I see a lot of people around you. King of Coins, Queen of Coins, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. And then you get the Eight of Coins beneath the deck, which talks about working, you know, diligently towards something. Okay, so I looked at that. Yeah, we looked at that, right? What you need to think about is the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Coins. So you know what this suggests to me is letting go of one, the comfort zone maybe, and allowing yourself to move towards the other, which might not be the comfort zone, which might be the new thing. You know, this is like comfort, partnership, and that's like newness. That might not be comfortable. The Hanged Man, this feels like the Death card, right? And it's in reverse. I feel like you, group 3, are holding on, like you don't want to let go of this, whatever it is. And it might even be to do with finances, but it's a holding on to your comfort zone. And with the Star card, you get the Four of Coins. Again, that comfort zone thing, you know. But maybe you are healing, and that's up to you, whether or not you accept that healing and that guidance. Can you see that they are being guided by the Star emotionally? So that's really up to you. But I feel like your teaching is, for this next 2 weeks, is of letting go and letting the wheel turn the way it needs to turn. Let it roll, you know, move you forward away from illusion to truth. Such a big message for you. And with you get, look at that, with three little owls there. The Knave of Cups is it. Oh, wow. It's like this new beginning, this partnership. See there, three there, three coins, 3 people, 3 little owls. There's a requirement of an innocence here, like a trust. These 3 babies are waiting for mama or papa to bring the food, and they're trusting. They're just waiting, they're trusting. It's a lovely little energy of emotional dependence. So there's some element of this partnership requiring that naivety and trust. With the Seven of Swords, you get the King of Pentacles. This is interesting to me. It could be that you are dealing with an earth sign, earth and fire. Let me see. You get here. You get Pisces, Scorpio, water signs, but you get Aquarius. But you also get the strong earth element and water element with the cups. And fire. But let me think about this King of Coins with this could, well, I feel like that this is referring to either you're playing games when it comes to finances, or someone playing games when it comes to finances, or game playing in the sense of holding on to what feels like security. I think that you need to confront that somehow. It could be that you're dealing with an earth sign. This energy around you, this game playing energy is an earth sign. Could well be. But take it as it fits for you. And like I say, this King of Coins could represent finances, the game playing regarding finances, or game playing regarding security and comfort. And you get two emotional cards here, the Ten of Cups and the Five of Cups, and that's your advice, is letting go. I think that you need to let go of the comfort zone in order to move to, and trust that you're moving towards something that is whole and complete and fulfilling. It comes back to that main message, that thing that I spoke about earlier. It's like there are two key messages. The one is being authentic and true and honest, and in this new relationship, or whatever it is, partnership of some sort, and a need to let go of something in the past, a way of being, a way of doing things in the past. Like you're ready to move forward, but you're being held back by these games. And then in the outcome, you have the Fool, that's new beginning, and the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins, well, maybe I will get a clarify for that. But you know what I feel it is that you're needing to trust that even though this journey requires you to stand on your own 2 feet, there's still you have to trust, and I believe that you have to trust that it's leading to you to your own fulfillment, your own growth, your something beautiful, with the Ten of Cups there. We'll get one more clarify for that if I can find my cards. Oh gosh, they're right here. For the Five of Pentacles there. Wow. Gosh, the Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings. I feel like there's something you need to trust. Like you've gone gung-ho into something, and maybe it feels new, right? With the five of Coins there, like you are the outsider, the newcomer, and you're not trusting it's leading you to something stable. But I feel like it's leading you to something emotionally fulfilling, and this it's almost like you have to trust, even if it's made you feel a bit unsafe with these 2 coins cards here. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, group 3. I hope that helps you. Please won't you share your feedback with me. Give me a like if this resonated and helped you on your path. share with other like-minded souls, and yeah, I'll chat with you again soon. I wish you a great or wonderful 2 weeks ahead, and I hope that these lessons and advice help you on your journey. Okay, group 3, I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 4. You've chosen Wombat Spirit. Be at home. Oh wow, that's beautiful. And it's a 668, which when you add it up comes to 14, am I right? And which is 5 reduced to 5, which is what changed. But when I look at 6 and 8, and I think about ringing in the changes, I can't remember, a friend of mine commented on this bell and what it meant for her. I don't know if she said ringing in the changes, but that's what I'm thinking now. But it's also about balance. Wow, that's a theme for everyone, is this balance thing. Be at home. Let's see what that refers to for you, group 4. Be at home. Wow, this is the same as, I think, group 2. Got that. You get the 8 of Pentacles beneath the deck. And it talks about patience, working hard towards something, but doing it with diligence and patience. In this deck, it looks more about like patience, allowing the cycles to flow, but the 8 of Coins is very much about working on something. Working on something, working hard on something. Yeah, let's say in the near past, you created something. That's what I'm seeing there. You created some magic, and that's what you've brought in here. But that's in the past. You maybe manifested something, and by manifest, I mean you made something happen. You started something new, maybe something quite exciting and creative. You created something. You were the Queen of Wands. Co-created, maybe even. Right now, you're sitting as the King of Cups, feeling emotional about something, but maybe emotionally calm about some kind of new beginning, or that's what you're requiring in order to have this new beginning. I feel like be at home with your emotions, group 1. Group 4, that's what you're being invited to do, to work, to be still and accept your emotions, work with your emotions in the 2 weeks ahead. Just keep coming back to them and accept them, because it's almost like you are being invited to maybe trust your emotions, trust what is going on, be willing to jump into the depths of your emotions for whatever it is you are working on or dealing with. You have the 9 of Wands here. With this 9 of Wands is what you need to think about, and it's like standing tall and proud of whatever it is, this thing that you've achieved, I feel. Defending yourself, almost. Not being defensive, but being proud of what you've achieved. You can choose to judge yourself harshly, or you can look at this. Now, these are the 2 cards I often think of in combination with each other. It's like looking at what you've achieved and honoring it. Look at this Judgment card. It's like in awe of themselves. It's releasing this new self in a way. but celebrating this achievement, whatever it is. Well, it looks like you've maybe initiated something that is based on your self, your experience maybe. But there was this initiation. It might be causing you emotional turmoil, but there's this suggestion that you need to trust that. You know, with the Fool, it's like a new beginning, like it's odd because there's also this thing that is still happening. Like maybe you initiated something, but you're still in the process of that thing unfolding. So you started something. And you are at this point where this thing that you started is maybe causing turmoil for some reason. And yet it feels like the right thing. Maybe this thing, that this venture you started, this new relationship, whatever, is forcing you inward, forcing you to engage more with your emotions. But there's an element of come to the edge, we are afraid kind of thing. And to me, this Fool is saying, come to the edge of your emotions, allow yourself to plunge into your emotions, because it's part of what is helping you build this thing, whatever this thing is, this love relationship, this new job, this thing that you still have a way to go in creating. So you initiated the creation of it, but there's still work to do, work that requires patience and diligence. And a stock take, like let me think about this. It's almost allowing yourself to release a new aspect of you. But let's see, that's so vague, but it feels right, and we'll see when we get the clarifiers. Let me just clarify these. So with the okay, put one there. Okay, with the, you get the Two of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups. So you might have, it's a similar theme that I'm getting for others, like let go of one relationship. And oh wow, sorry, first Queen of Wands and Queen of Wands. You get the Queen of Wands upright and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you started something new with a lot of uncertainty. You might have done this despite your feeling very uncertain. So kudos to you, and I think that that's where this judgment comes in, where it says you did this thing, you left a relationship, you started a new one, even though you were feeling maybe terrified to some extent. You were also brave. That's so beautiful. And now you're sitting with these this sense of having left your comfort zone, you know, this sense of balance. Oh gosh, it's so weird because this is like two of the same. This is like two of the same. Here's the balancing the emotions, and here's imbalance of emotions. You know, for some of you, I think this new venture is going out on your own. You've left a relationship and now you are stuck with finding integration within yourself of this Two of Cups. For some of you, you left a relationship and started a new one, and it's causing emotional turmoil. For others of you, it's a project, a new job, or letting go. You took a leap of faith, basically. And yet I feel like you're being asked to continue on this, to almost take another leap of faith. Maybe a leap of faith in trusting the next stage of the journey, the next stage of the emotional growth. Oh, the readings are so weird this week. I mean, they're deep, but they like quite esoteric in a way, or what is the word I'm thinking of? Anyway, ungrounded, but that's just the way it is. Like this leap of faith into this place where you don't feel balanced, this place of emotional imbalance, this emotional turmoil. The emotional turmoil, by the way, let me just take that back, doesn't mean you are imbalanced. It simply means that you're going through a process of maybe deep inner growth, emotional inner growth, is what I'm thinking. With the Nine of Wands, you get the Knave of Coins, the Page of Coins. What I'm feeling is like, again, it's like leaving your comfort zone. Firstly, taking stock with the judgment there of everything you've achieved. Standing up for yourself, believing in yourself, and stepping out of your comfort zone. It's like you have done that, but now you are even moving further into that. Something like that. And there you have the Devil, 2 powerful cards here. Wow. You, group 4, are doing a stock take of yourself, and you are freeing some kind of self-talk, maybe. You're freeing an aspect of yourself. It's like you are on this journey. It's quite a long journey, dear hearts. You made strides in that journey. It comes back to what's been a recurring thing. It could be that you challenged something at home, a way of being, a way of people seeing you, like you came out or something. For some of you, that's what it would be, like you spoke out about sexual preference and sexual identity and acceptance of who you are. But your journey's not over. I'm going to use that as a metaphor. It's like your journey's not over. You are in between this thing that you've done. Like if it's a relationship, it's like you stepped out and you left one despite the expectations of everyone else, and you chose another, or you chose to be on your own. And yet Spirit, your guides, your higher self are guiding you even further inward and outward, like you emotionally inward, but challenging you to take a next step. That's what I'm seeing here. And it's almost like freeing you to engage with another aspect of yourself, a deeper aspect of yourself. And it's about power. It's about and we've got the Devil and the Judgment card in the upright here. So the Judgment card is like taking stock, maybe taking stock of how you relate to power, how you own your own power, how you use or abuse it, although the Devil's in the upright here, and I think it's the owning your power, which is then liberating yourself. It's confronting something to do with power within yourself, where what I feel is you don't value your own power enough, or maybe you're being challenged to do that at a deeper level on this journey that you are on. Maybe you've been brave, but you're being called to be even braver now, and stepping out of this place of solace. Such a similar message to another group, I think group 3, this message. In fact, this message of stepping out of our comfort zones is a strong theme. So you have the Knight of Cups representing you. And this is like an offer. You have an offer to give. Now, with the Knight here, it might be that you're not the page, but you are not the king, you or the queen. It's still immature. It's still immature. This thing that you want to offer, it could be a relationship. So you want to offer your heart, but you're still not sure of your feelings, maybe. And maybe that's why you're being invited to go within even further. Around you is this collaboration with spirit. Let me get a clarify for these two. There's this relationship of trust around you. It's almost, for some of you, it is, so you are offering something. You're being guided on this journey inward. So you're ready to offer something, even though you are unsure and feeling emotionally insecure, or to some extent, like you're not sure of this love. You're not sure how you feel. You're not sure how they feel, or you're not sure of yourself in this emotional journey, But there's a sense of needing to trust. You're being asked to trust. This collaboration. Okay, so you get, representing you, the Seven of Wands. You've got to stand up for yourself. Even though you might not be as mature as the king or queen, you are on your journey there, and part of your journey, this is a strong sense of you standing up for yourself. Be at home with where you are, with your emotions, with your emotional growth and need for emotional growth. So maybe this whole journey has steps in it. Like I took the step, now oh no, I took the step, but that's not yet. Spirit's not done with you yet. There's more to do. There's more work. There's more there's a next step involved. It's almost like I came out to the one parent who's more understanding, and now I'm required to do it with the next parent who's a bit tougher. Please see that as a metaphor, right? Please see that as a metaphor. I think that my readings have been very metaphorical. I feel they need to be, because firstly, these are general readings, and secondly, for me, it's so much more about the guidance and the lessons than about the fact of it, and each one's fact will be so different. It's about, I love the tarot. It is so powerful. Anyway, so there's this need to trust, and yet you have the Strength card here. It's almost like a giving up of ego, a giving up of preconceptions about what is right and what is wrong. It's like Spirit is asking you to go a step further in this trust relationship. Requires to let go of some aspect of ego, whatever that feels like for you. It's like a giving up of self more, or some preconditioned or pre-existing ideas about self. And when I think about ego here, I'm thinking about the self-esteem, about your seat, the seat of yourself. There's almost like a need to give up of something and its notions, I think. It could even be, for some of you, these notions of being alone and working in partnership. But it will be different for each of you. I think for many of you, it's moving from a lone state to a partnership state. And it is about preconceptions. There's something to do with ego, so-called ego, about how you see things, or have up to now seen the way things should be. Partnership, what does partnership look like? You are building something with someone or with others or with spirit, building something, and it requires you letting go of preconceptions about how things should be. You get the Magician in the near future in the reverse. Dear hearts, you might just battle a bit with this idea of power. I feel like that's a theme for you. Be at home with your power, maybe. I feel like maybe your battle is with abuse of power, that you're afraid of abusing power. This is the 7 of Swords, and it's your advice card. And I think it's linked to, or I thought that there was, the 7 of Wands is standing up for yourself, believing in, even if whatever this journey on has required naivety, emotional naivety, believe in it anyway. That's required you to be the Knight of Cups, to offer immature love in a way to something. Believe in it, stand up for it, because we start with the page who's out on this journey like the Fool. They become the Knight. The Knight is still not mature. They're not sure of love. They're not sure of their feelings, but that's okay. It is where it is. And in order to move to the Queen or King, then you have to go through the Knight first. You have to be immature. You have to learn. Whether it's love or work or whatever, you have to go through that emotional immaturity to get to the emotional maturity. It's something like that. It's about standing up for yourself. And I feel like there's this thing about your fear of power, your fear of your own power, or what power means to you. That's interesting, very interesting, because there's another 7 here. This is like this feels very much like the Magician as well. And it's in reverse, a new beginning, like a new beginning. There's a magic wand there, but they're both in reverse. So you are, I feel, really afraid of this, taking up your power maybe, and wielding your magic. And I don't mean magic in the senses, but wielding your creative energy. There's something that's maybe blocking that. And it could be self-talk, and maybe this is why you get the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Coins. So you've got the 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 7 of Coins. Let's see if you've got any other 7s. No. Yeah, so interesting. So and the 7 of Coins is about that slow but steady, again, very linked to that. But it's also about patience with this journey. Don't rush. Whatever it is you're doing, don't rush. And I think you need to confront something about your mind talk. How maybe you need to be trusting a bit more in your wily side, your okay. For each of you it will be different, but I feel like for some of you, you need to be trusting in your power, in your trust in also that's, you see here, there's this need to let go of a notion of right and wrong kind of thing. And maybe that's what this is about, is that maybe you are have too harsh judgments on yourself, and maybe even on others, or maybe on this project, right, or this thing that you've enacted. It's like needing to trust in your skills, to achieve whatever this is. This, I was thinking intellectual skills. So maybe you are working on something that's to do with the mind for some of you. Some of you are working with something to do with something very practical, or maybe it's both, right? But there's almost like a need to trust your deftness, your ability to be agile, intellectually agile somehow. For some of you, right? And to be patient with yourself. To do this thing, there's also this story about being patient with this process. And let's say this is about staking your claim about who you are, coming out or whatever, right? To know that if need be, you can cut out the things that don't serve you, and be patient with the ones who do care, who do serve you, or something like that. It's like, okay, if people are not on this journey with you and they can't accept you for who you are, then you have the ability to, you can be okay. You've got the Bear Grylls skills, intellectual, your mind, you've got your, you know that you have the skills to see yourself through, and that you've got truth on your side, kind of thing. It's something like that, dear hearts. And there's something about this that's also practical. So there's that trusting yourself, your intellectual self, and your slow and steady self, being patient with the process. It's almost like you've got this, standing up for yourself. Guys, this is, anyway, in the near future, you have the Three of Cups. I feel it's letting go of those things that don't serve you. What doesn't look like partnership, and being the King of Swords. So you will be required to be aloof, to be detached, to be the King of Swords. So maybe emotionally you are the Knight of Cups right now, and the acceptance of that and standing up for that emotional immaturity, not complete maturity, but accepting it for what it is, that you have to be here, leads you to this King of Swords, where you detach, and whatever this project is you're doing, whatever this relationship or this thing that you're working on, you come to this place of detachment, where you know that you can cut out those things or people that are not on this journey with you, that cannot accept you for who you are, kind of thing. So even if you are newly come out in a different sexual identity, it doesn't mean it's wrong. You have to stand up for yourself. 777, standing up for yourself, speaking out for yourself, and trusting in your ability to see this through, and to make it concrete, and being patient with the people that deserve your patience and yourself, and cutting out the ones that don't deserve it. And that leads you to this point of release, emotional as well, and detachment, and such a leveling up of how you value yourself, how you are able to emotionally detach when it's necessary. Well, I'm leaving it there, Group 4. This has been a really powerful reading. All four of them have been very weird and unusual. I hope this helps you, Group 4, and please won't you share your feedback, and like, share, subscribe, tell others about me, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.